Alright, so here we are, Trafalgar Square, London, once again. It's Halloween, so we're going to show the scariest movie ever made and hand out some vegan-friendly candy. Let's do it. This is the scariest Halloween film ever made.
But it's a movie, so it's not real.
No, this is actual slaughter practices. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like a joke. Oh, right.
This is a gas chamber. It's where bacon comes from. This is a gas chamber.
Oh.
So they have them here.
Abattoir?
It's a nice word for it, isn't it? Abattoir. How old are these?
He's 14.
Are you giving permission for them to watch this?
Yes. What are they watching?
They're watching a very violent, scary movie.
Are you Peter?
No. I work for the animals.
That's horrible what they do, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
What, and they're alive?
Well, they were
Do you
alive.
agree with that?
Do I agree with it?
Yeah.
100% no.
Yeah, same as me.
These are male chicks. Do you know why they're grinding them up alive?
Is it for chicken nuggets?
No, because they don't produce eggs.
Oh.
So they just killed them on their first day of life once they recognise they're a male.
That's crazy. I've seen this, they kill the male birds, don't they?
Yeah, why do they do that?
Because the female ones are the only ones that produce eggs.
Yeah.
So they got no use for the male ones.
They kill them straight away when they first hatch.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
No!
Wow.
They're male baby chicks. They're dropping them in a blender.
For chicken nuggets?
No, they won't produce eggs, so they're disposing of them. Standard.
Wow.
They don't lay eggs.
Eggs?
They just hatched.
Wow.
It's their first day of life. Did you know about this?
Yeah, I didn't know it was this bad
Oh my god.
They all had a head at some stage, didn't they? This is our backyard turkey slaughter. This is like your common backyard slaughter of turkeys.
That was very horrible.
They all had a head at one stage, didn't they?
I think it's disgraceful why this shit can still like be allowed and it's not illegal.
I agree with you.
Oh.
Turkeys?
No!
Yeah. They all had a head. Not sure if you eat any of these animals or?
I actually do,
Yeah.
because I'm not vegetarian or vegan.
These are bobby calves, male calves in the dairy industry. They're of no use, they don't produce milk.
So they're just killed straight away, are they?
Sometimes 3 days after birth, they're taken away and killed.
It just makes me sick, man.
This is a dairy cow.
Yeah, I'm quite shocked. I mean, because
That's terrible, isn't it?
it's disgusting.
Those bolt guns that they were using. Is it bolt gun?
It's a bolt gun, yeah. These are bobby calves from the dairy industry. They don't produce milk. Do you know why they're killing them?
Because they don't produce milk.
Excellent. Wow, you know a lot about this. This is a dairy cow that doesn't produce milk anymore.
Let's fucking settle down.
Oh. They're trying to escape the knockbox. They're very terrified. Like a horror movie, eh? Interesting how they're trying to escape, yeah?
They have nowhere to escape to.
No. None of them come out alive. This one tried to escape, so he's cutting his head off. Interesting how the animals are trying to escape, hey?
Yeah. Fucking dragging them all across the floor.
Yeah. It's really awful, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then we got fish as well, suffering.
Yeah, because then they can't breathe, because they have to go be in the water.
What do you think about fish? Do you think they suffer?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
They,
You guys in uni?
living things, aren't they? College.
College.
Yeah, we're studying this sort of stuff at the moment in our
Yeah, we do
course.
animal welfare.
Oh wow. Fish. You think fish suffer?
Fish? I don't know. Because they're drowning out.
Suffocating, yeah?
Yeah.
Like slaughterhouses on the ocean. Do you think fish can suffer?
Of course, look,
Yeah.
that is
Suffocate.
suffering. Yeah.
Well, I feel very sorry for them animals. Right.
What does this look like to you? This whole scene here. Looks like a horror movie, doesn't it, really?
In the UK, a lot of the butchering tends to be shielded, as in all this is done behind closed doors.
Of course.
So a lot of people are really unaware of the truly how horrible it is for the people, for the animals that are, in fact, people going through it. It's disgusting.
Government allow this?
Yeah, well, a lot of this is standard practice. Some of it is like a bit of the worst stuff, but it's interesting how you referred to the animals as people. Like, you see us very similar in many ways.
I guess so. I think often it's quite easy to isolate yourself between animals and
Yeah.
human beings, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they breathe the same air as us, they live on the same ground as us, they should share the same rights as us. So
That's very interesting perspective. They are sentient like us, they feel pain like us, they want to avoid pain like us.
for sure.
They wouldn't do this sort of shit to a person, would they? There's so many laws around that, but an animal, it's a free country.
This is
there.
legally sanctioned by the
Yeah.
government, so
And humans being granted dominion over animals, we shouldn't be treating them like this, but rather
Yeah.
helping to nurture them. So,
dominion, yeah, like dominion could mean like
a whole bunch of
guardian.
things. Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Like we have dominion over children as well, we guard them.
We don't kill them.
No. And this is what people see.
Yeah,
This is all they
This
see.
is what I'm saying. It's all shielded, so you're only left with the end image of this. So.
And this is what the public see. They don't see anything else. They just see
Rather
packages.
packaging. Yeah.
Supermarket. There they are, they're packaged. You don't see the animal there, do you?
No.
And this is all people actually see, the packages.
Put the videos on how that meat should have come in
Yeah.
top of the
On top of the package.
yeah.
Yeah. It's the end product. And that's what you see in the supermarket. You just make the connection there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shredding was horrible.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
I just don't see how people could do that to them without like feeling bad about it.
Yeah, I agree. Why are they doing that to the animals though? Do you think they chose that job or?
Probably just
Well,
what they could do.
I don't think it's a first choice.
No, I agree with that. Yeah,
I think if they do it every day and it's like becomes normal for them to do that kind of stuff.
I agree.
Oh, I literally have no words. I don't know what to say.
Do you feel disturbed that your stomach is a resting place for their bodies?
I don't know.
Does that disturb you? It disturbs me. Like I used to eat meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel disturbed by it. Like I was like a tomb for them. Wow. Tell us how you feel before we finish that.
Yeah, I'm very, very shocked. Now I feel like I don't want to eat meat no more.
Yeah.
If that's happening, and that's in the UK as well, and
UK and
Australia.
Yeah, very similar.
Yeah. I'm a bit lost for words, to be honest.
I completely understand, bro. That's how I feel. I don't.
Because I love animals.
Yeah, you love animals. Wow.
Yeah, I know I eat,
So did I.
but I didn't think it'd be like that.
What did you think? Did you ever imagine it, or?
I never thought that happened.
Yeah, because you don't see that process, and they never show you when you're a kid or anything like that.
No. And I'm 46 years
Wow.
old.
Yeah.
Here's my birthday.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
Happy birthday.
46 now.
I didn't know till I was about 26.
Yeah. Well, now I know now.
Yeah.
It took me this long to realise that happened.
So, what are your thoughts on this?
It's the reality, isn't it? I think everyone should at least be somewhat aware. Even if they're going to continue eat meat, they should be subject to videos like this, just so they have that understanding of where their food's coming from, at the very least. And then, like he said, we're all just trying to cut down our meat consumption little by little. That's the reality of the meat industry, really.
Okay, well, tell me your thoughts.
Crazy, because you don't like realize how intense it is before.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. It's just so cruel. It's inhumane, I think.
What are your thoughts about that?
I don't eat meat, so I've seen many videos like this. So
Wow. What do you think about the dairy industry and the cows?
that's fucked up.
So reevaluated your consumption of dairy and eggs and all that?
I don't eat eggs either.
Oh wow.
I take milk products though.
Yeah.
So I've heard about the insemination and
Yeah.
it's raping cows. It's basically rape. It's not.
Yeah.
They just.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've cut down on it, but I'm not. I can't give up cheese. It's very difficult. I'm trying to. I've tried. I've tried to cut down cheese and dairy, but like curd is a big part of.
Paneer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
So it's a big part of the culture, and it's for me. Like I don't believe in God, but my family is religious, and it's a big part of their religious.
Yeah. Sacred
custom.
the dairy products.
Butter is very sacred.
Ghee.
Butter and ghee, yeah. So
Doesn't look very godly.
it's not holy at all.
No.
This is not holy at all. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
How about you, my friend? How do you feel after seeing that? Have you seen anything like this before? Or?
Absolutely.
You have.
I have.
Does it affect you emotionally?
Definitely,
Yeah, it
else
does.
I'd be a psychopath.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
But I haven't cut down on meat yet.
You haven't.
I haven't. I still consume milk,
Okay.
but on the fence, I guess.
Yeah. So you would be against this morally, but it's just in practice, in your day-to-day life, you fund the industry or you consume the products of this violence, but in your heart, you're against this. Is that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And definitely has to be cut down a bit more.
Yeah. So do you know who the maker of this horror movie is?
No.
Human beings. Human beings who can either pay for these industries to happen, consume the flesh, put these places in business, and those who are committing the atrocities to supply those who want to consume the flesh. Who are the makers of this horror movie collectively?
I suppose we are.
Yeah.
Kind of, we all fund it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow. Do you believe the same thing?
Yes. Yeah.
Without our consumption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The maker.
Who are the collective makers of this horror
You
film?
could almost say it's funded by the people now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
funded by us. It's funded by our shopping, our negligence towards a lot of things.
Yeah.
So we are perhaps the directors of this. The scariest film on earth. It's us. We
Wow.
directed it.
Yeah, but who do you think's responsible for this?
The government.
Government? You wouldn't put any onus on the consumer?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, it's all about supply and demand, isn't it? The more
Yeah.
people who want to eat it, the more animals they're going to kill.
Yeah. So if we all stop funding these industries, what happens to them?
They'll fall apart, wouldn't they?
Yeah. They rely on sort of consumers' ignorance to what's going on, yeah?
Yeah.
You guys eat animals products or?
Yeah.
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 So what can you do about it?
I suppose don't buy meat. Oh well, I don't know.
No, I mean like that's too extreme. You can't just.
Too extreme? Or like, no.
It's too extreme for you?
I mean like just imagine it a life without meat.
Thought about plant-based or vegan eating?
I've thought of vegetarianism, not veganism.
Yeah.
That's a bit too extreme for me.
Really?
I don't think I could go there. Yeah.
Interesting. And you saw the male chicks being ground up alive and the dairy cow being stabbed in the throat.
Yeah.
You don't think those things are more extreme than choosing maybe plant-based milk or?
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah.
How can you eat meat without ensuring that it hasn't been like slaughtered or like cut up so badly?
Well, there's plant-based meat called Beyond Meat. There's many plant-based meat options. Yeah. So for chicken and for beef and lamb.
Yeah.
Made out of plants.
Yeah. I don't know. Like.
That's how you can ensure there's no slaughter.
Yeah, there's no slaughter, but I don't know. Like.
I mean, you seem pretty lost for words.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
You can't really explain what to do. Yeah.
Like you're talking about.
Yeah.
You would take incremental steps to vegetarian and then, or you just would never think about vegan.
I don't know. I mean, at the moment, because I do eat meat, veganism is just too far out for me. But I think the more I wean myself off of meat and meat-based products and things like that, I think the more of a better outlook I would have on veganism and things like that.
You guys thought about plant-based or vegan?
I'm only eating meat like 2 meals a week now.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to reduce it little by little, and then like I've switched to oat milk now as well.
Fantastic.
So just I don't know. I think it's a gradual change for me. I just couldn't think about doing like an immediate shift.
Okay. It's a bit too much for you. These candies here, they don't contain any animals or animal products. They usually put gelatin, but these contain no animal products.
I don't even want sweets. I only came over to ask if you because it says free sweets, but now I've seen that.
Do you understand why I'm doing this?
It put me off eating, to be honest.
Do you understand why I'm doing this?
Yeah, of course. To keep people aware, basically, of what is happening, because they don't see that. They don't see this bit.
And what can people do once they're aware? They can make different choices, or
either stop eating meat, or if they don't stop eating meat, but I don't know.
I think what's really interesting is the way in which I feel when I've had a vegan or plant-based meal is I feel a lot like internally I feel better than meat when you've got that really bloated, heavy, disgusting feeling.
Never really food coma after a veg meal.
There is some vegan food now that will put you in a coma, but it feels good ethically that no one had to be murdered or suffered for that. Yeah.
To be honest, I really don't. I haven't got a clue.
Have you heard of plant-based and vegan?
Yeah.
So if you choose plant-based foods in the supermarket, anything that says vegan, any non-dairy products or anything without meat, basically, you're pretty good. No fish, no eggs.
Yeah, that would be the right choice, I suppose.
Yeah, pretty easy to make.
You eat meat?
No, not for 5 years.
5 years. Yeah. Since you knew what was going on in here.
Yeah, once I found this out, I was like, well, what can I do to make a difference? And I found out that I was actually paying for it to happen. I was the maker of this horror movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
you seem deeply affected.
I don't know what to say. I don't know.
Totally. Well, that's the scariest movie ever made, and it's happening right now all around the world. Right here in the UK, Australia, America, wherever you go, there's animals being butchered and slaughtered every second. And the best thing we can do is choose plant-based options where we can, choose a vegan lifestyle. You can try Challenge 22.
Yeah.
Challenge22.com. They do a vegan challenge. They'll direct you to where all the stuff is. Really easy in Tesco, Sainsbury's. Get your vegan alternatives. Have some candy.
Okay.
There's no animals in this candy.
Okay.
They sometimes use gelatin.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's good.
help yourself. Yep, challenge22.com. Yep.
Thank you very much.
No worries, guys. Take care. Do you guys want some candy? Help yourself. There's no animal products in there. What was that website called?
Challenge 22. Challenge 22, yeah.
Don't have to, be a tomb, like a grave for murdered animals anymore.
Yeah, I guess.
Right before Halloween.